Welcome everyone to episode 8 of the
Yeah,
Dente Sports podcast. Welcome Flippy, welcome Peter. Are you guys doing well?
nah, can't complain. Had a lazy weekend yet again. Unfortunately, missed the Stormers game this weekend, but I can't complain.
Yeah, no, it was good weekend for sport especially. Yeah, I went to the Stormers game yesterday. The first half I was quite present for, and then I was supporting the Sharks to be honest. So I was a bit disappointed kind of the whole way through because we have a friend of ours who plays there. But no, it's summer again almost, so no complaints here from rugby in the sun. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a good weekend. I saw Gum won the derby this weekend.
Yeah,
So,
probably
yeah,
good weekend.
big one. Yes, 25-11 against Boys High. I saw it was a sold out crowd yet again.
Yeah.
I mean, these matches, they tend to get more spectators than your Currie Cup or even some of the URC games, as it
Definitely.
seems.
Yeah, I think that's due to basically all the parents of the whole school show up, and if you take a big school, there's how many kids? 1,000 kids times that by 2,000 parents. Yeah, it's a lot of people. So 3,000 people just coming up to watch rugby.
I was at the Currie Cup game and there were maybe, I don't know, if there were 10,000 people there, I would have been surprised. But it was still, I mean,
Mm.
epic. But yeah, what 15,000, 17,000 people at interschools? It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was all over. Was a lot of derby weekends. I myself just spoke to Flippy. There was a video circulating. Was it Menlo Park against
And EG
what's it, the
Jansen,
other one?
EG
Jansen, and
Jansen
there was
Jensen.
yeah, and there was a whole fighting going on. I think the match of the game had to be stopped because the players and the parents, yeah, they were doing a Royal Rumble out there. So
I
hectic.
tried. I tried to actually because I saw a lot of videos about it, but I couldn't get like where it really started. Apparently, it's the old boys from the one school tuned the other, the players basically, and the players didn't take it very lightly and tuned them back. And from there, the parents got involved, the coaches got involved. Yeah, I think even the first aid doctor or something got involved. And the videos I saw, even I think
Crazy.
there was even like school players, like the players got a little bit slapped around by, I'm not sure the elbows or the parents, but yeah,
What
it
the
was
hell?
hectic. People take their rugby seriously,
Man.
looks like it. But yeah, I think there was a little bit alcohol involved, maybe on the side. Might want
Yeah.
to regulate that for the next game.
No, it's not called Boxburg for nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely hectic weekend. Yeah, and just to tie onto our conversation last weekend with these schoolboys rugby getting a lot of views and the matches being broadcasted. I'm wondering if that would also wouldn't make a nice Super Brew tournament to pick. I'm definitely sure there will be people that's interested. Maybe just the top or the Premier League of the schools rugby, a nice Super Brew tournament. I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, from my side, since I'm from a small school in the middle of nowhere, I didn't really get the whole schoolboy rugby vibe. I know it plays on TV and people enjoy it, but I never really watched it. But yeah, Super Brew. I'm keen for any Super Brew pool at this moment. So, but yeah, it might be fun to watch because you can actually see some of the kids that might come up into the SA20s and fourth, and maybe future Stormers, Lions, Shark players as well.
Yeah, when you start to do good in Super Brew, Flippy will all of a sudden start watching these matches
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
will start give us insights. That's it. How it's gonna go. Yeah.
Tour de
Yeah,
France
that's
all
how it
over again.
works.
Too soon. Too soon. No, I think it is so cool. I think people enjoy it for the rawness of it. You know, there's obviously still a lot of coaching and stuff still involved, but I think you just see raw talent. I mean, that's why I love watching the Currie
Yeah.
Cup at least. I mean, this weekend was just running chaos. You know, it's great.
Mm.
It's so lovely to see, and I think that's the appeal of school rugby as well. And when a player stands out, they stand out. You know, you see your next under 20s,
Mm.
you know, our system going now.
Yeah, no, definitely the quality is, I think, up there with the best in the world. if not the best in the world, the schools rugby level at what the guys are playing at. So I'll definitely like to see a Superbru tournament for that. Maybe send a mail to the Superbru people and ask if we can maybe set it up. I'm sure there will be takers. If anybody watching, yeah. Yeah, no, we keep an open channel. If anybody else would like to, leave a comment on if they should think we should add a Superbru on or a schools rugby on Superbru, feel free to comment. But getting to the Currie Cup this weekend. Obviously the Friday night game, the Griquas getting one over the Cheetahs. I'm not sure if you guys watched it, was 24-21, very close. Cheetahs had a chance at the end. They had a penalty. Yeah, they had a penalty right in front of the poles. And to kick it and to draw the match, they decided to go to the touchline. And in the end, Griquas stole the line out and won the game. How do you guys feel? Do you feel playing away from home, the slight underdog, you have a chance to grab the draw and take an extra point out of the game, but they obviously backing themselves? I myself would like maybe to go for that 3 points, take the draw, and that's a decent result regarding the underdog.
I think you can't really blame them for actually trying to go for the win, because 7 points always looks better than 3 points. So, but they have to realize if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you're going to get a lot of smack talk going against you, and people are going to call you out for it. So I can appreciate that going for the win, especially away from home. They need to get those points. But unfortunately, it didn't work for them, and they suffered for it.
I don't know. I think it really depends on what the context of where your team is. If with the Cheetahs, I completely get what they were going for. I mean, I would do the same thing. They were 2 from 2 or 3 from 3. Top of the log. I mean, they kind of just keep that momentum going. Where if you settle for a draw, I find, I don't know, it could have a bit of an adverse effect. But I don't know. I think I would have gone for the points myself, to be honest. It seems insane to me that they didn't. But it's a harsh lesson. But I'm really hoping they can keep up and hopefully make make a push for the Currie Cup. I think it'll be awesome to see the Cheetahs win it.
Yeah.
Still early doors, but it'd be lovely to see Alt Fuff doing the business.
The next game was on the Saturday. Peter, you were there. Vietnam 36 to the Sharks 28. I thought the Sharks were looking good in the first 2 rounds. I thought they might have, I think they were the favorite to win. But the Vietnam at home, with some of the under 20s actually pulling off a, quite convincing, I would say, win at the end, or a win with 8 points. So, well done to the Stormers.
Yeah, I went with the Stormers, of course. Made the mistake of not picking them in the first round and got punished for it, and then picked them in the second round and got punished for them again. So I'm glad for the win this time. But it was a good game, I think. Yeah. So third time lucky. But it was actually a good one to watch, because it was going back and forth the whole time. I think when the Stormers scored, the Sharks scored. When the Stormers scored, the Sharks scored. I think the Stormers they just got lucky at the end and got that second, the little bumper they had with their score. So the Sharks had to do a little bit more to actually win the game. But the time ran out for them a little bit. I think Marcus Miller had a wonderful game, except for that one pass on the. I think they were on the try line and unnecessary long ball. Or yet again, if it works, it works, but it didn't this time, so he's going to get a lot of smack talk about it. But actually a very good game to watch. It would have been lovely to watch it live, but just the logistics of it wasn't great for me.
I think you bang on with what you said. It was a bit of a basketball match at times, but very entertaining. I mean, it is what you love to see. But I must say, being there, not to rub it in Flippy, but being at the stadium, it is quite incredible to see. I don't know if it's just a perception thing, but when let's say the Storm, the Bokke play the All Blacks there, that field doesn't look big, But watching these teams play, it makes the field look absolutely massive. It's quite interesting. I think just because the spaces aren't taken control of as neatly or as efficiently as, say, first class rugby or international rugby. But no, it was entertaining. I thought I was obviously supporting the Sharks, but I was pleasantly surprised that VP weren't too shit. I didn't think they were particularly great.
Yeah.
But but we also see the difference of what happens when a lot of these players are kids. I mean, a friend of mine was playing for the Sharks, and I spoke to him afterwards, and he just said to me that they're all quite young. You know, it's a big part of Currie Cup like this. They're all quite young players. But yeah, really, really good game. Enjoyed it a hell of a lot. And shout out to Johan Momsen. I thought he had a great game. Set up one try, couple of steals at the lineup.
Sneaky.
So yeah, very, very great game to be at, to be honest. Great game.
How much are the tickets, Peter, to watch? I'm sure it's not that much.
No, the most expensive ones are $95, so it's actually amazing.
Okay.
So we sat just kind of off the halfway line for 95 Rand. Yeah. Great. In the sun. I mean, amazing.
Perfect. Yeah. No, it's definitely, I think, a nice outing. Cape Town Stadium or wherever.
I just need to get to the World Cup game.
Cup.
That's the next one.
Go to Wellington. I think the tickets are even cheaper there.
Yeah, I think it's like 2,000 people. It's amazing.
Like $40 or something.
I don't know if you guys watched it earlier, but then you, from some angles, you essentially looking into the car park, which is right next to the stadium. It's amazing. It's so cool to see.
Yeah,
they need an upgrade on that stadium, I think.
Yeah, but it's nice. I like the smaller stadiums.
I love it.
Fills up and the atmosphere is very nice. And that's what the Lions did this weekend. I think they played at the UJ Stadium.
Yeah, UJ,
yeah. My favorites to win this year, the Lions, again, very dominant. 42-19 win against the Bulls. Yeah, they're looking very dangerous.
Seriously impressive,
they look the most organized, playing to a plan, most well prepared. I didn't watch the full game, but I watched a lot of the highlights and some amazing tries. They have this brilliant young outside center. Yeah, they're on fire at the moment, and they're going to be hard to stop.
No, very, very exciting to see the Lions getting going. I think they just have this habit of just breeding really, really good, solid players. It's quite incredible. Every year you see them, this one batch leave, and the next season there's just more of them. So I don't know what they're feeding them in Gauteng, but yeah, great to see. Obviously, I'm very chuffed with this weekend. It's probably the only pick I got right. So happy about that. Flippy, did you pick the Griquas or the Cheetahs?
I think I went Griquas at that one, I think. Because I remember you guys... no? I'm not sure, actually. Let me check. I can't remember. I think I went Griquas because you guys were excited about the Cheetahs winning, and I was not.
Griquas, Peter with the Cheetahs.
Lovely to see it.
The leaderboard's not looking well for either one of us.
Valley. I dropped down 8 places.
Blues and Riet. Yeah, that's a brutal drop.
I'm happy. I have a green arrow at my name. I can't complain. You might want to look at yours picks there for next week.
Oh no! And then the game that actually just played this afternoon, I watched it. Very, very scrappy game. Pumas, huge underdogs, taking the win. You can see 9% people picked them to win. Which they did, and they were 5-1 underdogs looking at the odds. And then Valley and Bulls 50. They are walking away with the points. So it's a great pick to those guys. Just every team getting a win now, so everyone's on the board, and it's going to be quite interesting going forward. I think we have these 7 matches, so each side gets to play all of the other sides, and then it's straight into semi-finals. So
just noticing I scored 1 point this whole weekend though. Right down at the bottom if you scroll to the right. The other people probably didn't
very close to that
wooden spoon.
Yeah. Very close to that golden duckling.
It's not looking good, bro. Maybe we should just have a look what happens in round 4. I think there's going to be Griquas Dines. I think it's going to be the game of the weekend, no doubt.
Mm.
And then Bulls Pumas, also interesting with the Pumas finding some form. The Bulls are struggling immensely at the moment. Sharks Boerland's going to be fire, and then VP Cheetahs is also going to be a good game. So I think it's going to be a nice one to watch this weekend. Also playing this weekend is on Friday night. We've got the All Blacks starting their Greatest Rivalry Tour, playing the Stormers. And I think actually the Stormers might have quite a decent team. I heard rumors that Yakin Ahmed will be the fly-off, so very interesting, very good player in the under-20s. Great experience for him playing against, I think it would probably be Bowden Barrett on the other side. It's just a dream for these guys. And then I think Evan Ruiz, Andre Guvento will be playing, Imad Khan. I think some of the URC guys. So these people that you see playing in the Currie Cup won't be. So I imagine will be all the rest of the URC guys, your Nel and so I'm interested to see the other teams, but just your general feeling on the game, and I'm also very excited to see how the All Blacks will match up against the Stormers.
Yeah, I haven't seen if there's a lineup yet for the All Blacks for this weekend, but I'm guessing they're not going to go a full blown out New Zealand squad team. I think there's going to be youngsters also coming in there, or Caps coming in there that hasn't played in much games, and see what they can do, because the Stormers also, they don't have all their best players as well. So if they faced a fully strong New Zealand team, I think they might get a pak sla in plain Afrikaans. So I think it's going to be a good game to watch, but I don't think the Stormers will have the firepower to actually beat the New Zealand, even if they play half a first team there. So beautiful, perfect game for Imad Khan to actually show what he's going to do. A little curious what happened to Yuri Matia, if he's going to come up the second half, or he's what's happening there. And actually Ruiz still there. He's a proven player, so he'll probably be the guy that's going to do most of the work, hopefully. Prediction, New Zealand. I want to go Stormers now, but it's difficult. Fuck it.
You can easy jump on everyone on the
someone has to go for it, Flippy. Might as well be.
I'll be the guinea pig there, and I'm gonna say Stormers by 3.
Wow. Goodness, I'm not really as confident that the Stormers are gonna get 3 points. So I might go. No, I think New Zealand, they'll definitely play their third team, but I don't doubt that their third team is quality. I don't have any doubts. I think they will also, exactly like Vary says, Bowden will probably play. There will be some generals playing who will enforce the law. They get to bleed youngsters into this. It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity actually to do it with almost no pressure. Well, I guess the pressure's actually on them. The pressure's not on the Stormers.
True. Because if New Zealand loses, that game is going to be more of a talking point about them losing than Stormers winning. Actually,
I think it'll be 20 to 25 points for New Zealand.
No, I think I think the All Blacks might be even stronger than 25 points. I think it might reach about 30 to 35. But I got a sneaky suspicion the Stormers have also been preparing for the game. Like you said, the Stormers have nothing to lose, everything to gain. So I'm definitely going with the All Blacks about let's say 30 points. But it would be amazing if the Stormers can give them a proper run for their money, and it'd be interesting to see how many of the Cape Crusaders will come out and support the All Blacks. I heard they got a nice welcoming at the Cape Town Stadium. They did a welcoming thing there, and there were quite a lot of supporters. I think the New Zealanders will start off with the win. But I've seen also they're struggling to sell tickets for that game. Tickets range from 650 to 1,350. It's quite expensive. Yes. Yeah.
That's
That's
no wonder
expensive,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I don't think anyone really. Because if you're gonna buy tickets, you're just gonna see like the Stormers. I say Stormers the three, but I think they're gonna get demolished a little bit, and no one wants to see that. But the prices they're throwing at that for those tickets is just who's gonna pay this? Because it's not a headline game. It's
That's what people would want to though, because you still get to see the All Blacks. I mean, okay,
true.
we obviously away, but I mean, if I was in town, I'm like, you get to watch the All Blacks play rugby. I mean, that's worth money, but it's not worth. Maybe I wouldn't pay over $500 maybe for it, but I mean, it is a lot. Maybe 500 is even pushing it, but it's just expensive. So I get why people are not just budget because you're going to pay $600 to sit behind the goals. I mean, I don't know
Or in the
I mean,
nosebleed
it's,
section.
exactly.
yeah, the standing section back in the Newlands days behind the poles,
Yeah,
you had to stand there. Yeah, the cheap tickets. I think the 50
yeah,
bucks or so they were
$50.
behind the
Yeah,
pole standing. But yeah,
epic.
I think it's gonna be. But then again, if the Stormers do win the All Blacks, you can say you were there.
Yeah,
But
True.
then again, I still think it's a bit on the expensive side. Yeah, just to have a look at the pool, we are currently on 28 people. So for those who still want to join, we'll put the link in the description of the video. So you've got this week to join before we kick it off Friday for the Greatest Rivalry Tour. Yeah, and then also the Boks, they'll be heading to Argentina for the one-off test. First glance, Rassi has left the people that I think played a lot of minutes in the Nations Championship. Your Peter Steff, your Jesse, your Damian Dialende, yeah, those guys. He left at home, and then he took all the seniors that came back from injury. Your Eben, Sia, at your backs, Andre, Ethan, Sasha, all those guys coming back from injury. So I think it's going to be quite a stacked, experienced side running out. But it looks like a side that can go over, get the job done. It will just be interesting to see how are they form-wise and are they battle-hardened and ready for the All Blacks.
Yeah, I think Rassi is saying to a lot of people that needs a little more game time to actually get their match fitness back on top. Like I know Ethan Hooker hasn't played a lot of games in the last few months, so it's good to see him back. Pollard still needs to. Pollard has been showing good form, but I think still he needs a little bit match fitness. And yeah, I know there's a whole thing about Imros Papi not being selected for this team, but I think Rassi just mentions the reason he didn't send Imros to this game is because he doesn't. Most of these players like Kobus Reinach, Herschel Yankees, they still have they don't have club commitments at the moment. Imros for the Lions, he still has to play for the Lions, and Herschel Yankees European club, so he doesn't have any priorities at the moment. So I think, and he also wants to give him a little bit match fitness because he did play a few years back. He was a regular in the starting lineup and then just disappeared. So it's good to see him back again as well. And then Mone van den Berg, Trapp is also back in the mix, so it's good to see him as well.
Crucial.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think Rassi sent a diluted team to the Argentines. It won't be that disrespectful to them, but looking at the team here, it's a strong team. It's good to see Louis de Jager back as well.
Yeah, it's flipping exciting. I don't know. I'll be very curious to see who starts, but I do think it will be. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough call how many forwards he puts on the bench as well, because the legs in a lot of these players, they've not played much rugby, so I don't know if they'll be able to handle 70, 60, 70, 80 minutes of rugby. Especially, I mean, talking about Lut. But flipping, what a team, what a squad still. I mean, it's giving me almost 2019 World Cup squad kind of energy, but with some absolute ballers in there as well. So yeah, so excited to see it. Really hoping for a start for Cameron Hanekom especially. Yeah, greatly looking forward to it. Krappies being back. I mean, you know me, I'm a Lion. I love Krappies. What a player. I think we really missed him. I think he's got a chance here to try and get himself on that plane next year. He's not played a lot of rugby, and we got a lot of good scrummies also coming up. So huge. Hopefully he plays in a big game for him.
Yeah, Quinn Horn also getting a little bit more game time. I feel like Rassie's picking him for almost all games at the moment. So I think he's trying to build him up for the next maybe number 10 position, hopefully, because I really like him.
He plays at fullback though.
Oh, fullback maybe, yeah.
I'd love to see him at fullback because he plays fullback for the Lions. So I mean, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, form-wise, Fassi has not been his best self lately. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he uses him at fly half, backup fly half. But they do have Pollard in the squad and Sasha, so maybe he's going for fullback this game, which I also would like to see him. But great utility option, and yeah, as we saw, he can slot into that 10 option or channel again. Prediction-wise, what do you guys think? I think Argentina also do get better as they play more games together. So I think it's going to be a tough game, and I don't see us winning by more than 10 points. So I believe it's going to be 7 to 10 points for the Boks. Maybe even, let's go Boks by 10.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little bit higher. It's not the best like 23 you can put out there, but it's still I would dream to have this squad on my side if I was any other country. So I think maybe Boks by 15, because depending on how the Argentines, it's great to go second in this big thing. But yeah, depending on how the Argentines line up and maybe if they've sorted out their discipline problems from last time, they can actually put it to the Boks and
the attitude.
I wouldn't put it past the Argentines to actually win the Bokke this weekend, but I'm still going with 15.
I'm going to be very boring then and go Boks by 12. But I think we'll be too strong for them. I think our forwards, people like Kanan, Keane Horn, whoever plays outside centre, really, I think will really dictate this. Not Keane Horn, Ethan Hooker, if they play him at centre or if they play him at wing. I think we'll be too strong for sure, but very, very excited. They can do a couple of very exciting things with that our back line. So very curious to see what they do then, to check out the new combinations. Is that game the Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's the Saturday evening.
Flip and I are going off the grid a bit this weekend, a couple of mates, but clearly we will need to bring one screen. For sure.
True.
Yeah, another tournament. Actually, the only other one we could have picked this passing weekend was the NPC. So, I can see Peter's very excited for that one. Just for, I read up about the NPC a bit. I'm sure also a lot of our viewers might not know too much about the NPC.
I don't know anything about it.
What does NPC stand for,
exactly.
Great question.
That's
I don't know.
One.
National.
I think the
Public
Championship, Pacific
Library.
maybe.
Oh, NPC. Is it NPC?
Yeah.
Yeah, NPC. Yeah. Let me quickly check.
Maybe the Pacific Championship. But just to give you guys a rundown, the Currie Cup. People might see it like as the Currie Cup of New Zealand, but they do have a lot more teams. So they have 14 teams, which is played. Yeah, they play one game against each other. So they play 13 games, which is a lot more than the
Is it
Currie
rugby
Cup.
league?
And then no, it's normal rugby union in New Zealand, and then they go straight into a quarterfinals from there. And then people, might want to make the link from how do the Super Rugby teams and the NPC combine. So it's based on the region. So it's not contractual, but say for instance the Blues, usually their new players come from Auckland, North Harbour, and Manukau Chief is from Waikato, Bay of Plenty. So in the regions, they feed the Super Rugby teams. But you will here and there get a player that maybe not play in that region and then go to a Super Rugby franchise in another region. But generally, the players from that region, they go to the Super Rugby franchise, one of the 5 Super Rugby franchises in that area. So, just a quick overview from that. So a lot more teams than the Currie Cup and a bit more matches. But amazing to see how they can have 14 teams competition. And the quality is pretty well pretty high when I watched the games. Some of the games definitely I feel was a lot higher quality than the Currie Cup this weekend.
Yeah, cool new thing to follow, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it's classic Super Rugby matches. It's a lot of high tempo running, beautiful tries, skills on display, and then
Do you see Barry's name somewhere? Do you see Barry's name somewhere?
It was going to be the next thing I was going to bring up.
I
was
see
just
my name
wondering-
here, on the captain. I see my name.
That's such a cop out. Yeah,
absolutely
oh my
good,
word. I mean,
Wooden
someone's
spoon
got to do
territory.
the basement dweller. Lippy, you know what it's like to be a basement dweller,
Yeah.
you know. He's part of the dogfight, old Barry's there.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's
Yeah.
13 rounds, so there's a lot of rounds to make up. But yeah, interesting. And I'll like to watch a bit more of these games because it's not such nice running rugby. It's a very nice like alternative to your standard South African games where it's physicality, set piece. Sometimes it's nice to watch some some flair and skills, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think I have a way to actually watch it here. I don't think SuperSport actually broadcasts that games here. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to watch it.
Look, just as an outside observer, I don't think you need to watch the games. You're doing pretty fine.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stick to it with the not watching and see how it goes. But yeah, I
Maybe
would
that is
actually
just
want
not
to
watching.
watch these games. If I start losing, I'll start
game I
watching.
actually-
Yeah, exactly.
One game I actually did watch is the Canterbury match. There Richie Mwanga played his one required game to qualify for New Zealand again. He came on in the second half, obviously scoring the match-winning try with the conversion. So yeah, he's eligible now to join New Zealand, but they're waiting for that injury to pull him up. I think there might be a mysterious injury, and then you'll jump on the first plane to South Africa.
That move is one the Springboks know very well. Oh no, I'm injured,
Yes.
you know. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't fly over because he's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something's going to happen and he'll maybe join halfway through the tour.
I'm on the fence with this one. I'm more of a Geordie Barrett fan than anything else. So yeah, Richie Mwanga is a great player. He can finish a game like he did with the second half appearance he made. So he's a dangerous player too. So he's one to watch out for. But yeah, I'm not that worried about him. So
I think he's dangerous as hell. Let's hope he just has
Yeah.
more substitute appearances for Canterbury and not for the All Blacks. Be very happy if he just stays at home. I'm very happy. He's great, but I don't need to see him score 2 tries against the Bokke.
Yeah, definitely an attacking fly-off skill set like none other. So yeah, the longer he stays there, the better for us. But then again, it gives the All Blacks time to develop another first five in Ruben Love. He definitely needs a lot of games before the World Cup next year. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise for New Zealand. But then we've got a new segment that I want to bring into the episode. It's the Al Dente moment of the week. It's your favorite sports moment. So yeah, Flippy, starting with you, what was your favorite moment of the week?
yeah, not a lot of sport this week, but if I have to pick one, I'll probably go with Tottenham beating Chelsea for the first time since 2023.
In a friendly.
I don't give a hell. We beat them. I think the last time we beat them was in 2003. So yeah,
Also
even
in a
with the
friendly,
friendly.
right?
Yeah, but if you watch the game, it wasn't friendly at all. Like in the first 10 minutes, there were sliding tackles going left and right. So yeah, you can't
played in
call.
Sydney, right?
Yeah, in Australia. So yeah, it was. I couldn't watch the game like fully, but I saw the highlights, and it was nice to see some of the players coming. Tonali getting his first. Was it his first or maybe his second goal for the Tottenham so far? Great signing for us, and Richie Richarlison scoring the winner at the dead of the game. So I can't be happier.
Like a flippy.
Even with a friendly. But you can't really call our games friendly. There's no friendliness about them. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I was a bit annoyed to see you guys won, but I was also annoyed that Chelsea. Well, I was also not annoyed that Chelsea lost. It's kind of like the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
And we beat them with 10 men in the second half. We played with 10 men in the second half. So love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good, Flippy. No, on my side, there's not many things like watching a home crowd get excited when their team wins in front of them. It was really quite special to see. Even though I was like loosely rooting for the Sharks, of course, I am half Cape Townian. So no, pretty good to see that Stormers finally getting a win and hopefully getting going a bit. Watching some running rugby, yeah, absolute highlight watching that. How about you, Varys?
Yeah, so mine, it's more on the cricket side. The Windies obviously winning their first test against Pakistan. Yeah, it was quite a seesaw battle. So West Indies scored a good first innings total. Pakistan on their way with chasing the score down, and they were like only 3 wickets down, and I think not a lot trailing West Indies. And then Justin Greaves coming to the attack, and he bowled a spell with 5 consecutive wicket maidens. It's the first time in cricket that has happened. So 5 overs he bowled in his spell, and it was 5 wicket maidens, literally turning the game. Yeah, and Windies going on to winning that one. So that was immense from him. I mean, not the first of the bowler usually leading the attack, or she's the all-rounder just coming on, flipping the game on his head. I mean, 5 overs, 5 wicket maidens. It's crazy.
That is unbelievable. I've never heard of anyone doing that. That is absolutely insane.
Quite special. I think they went on to win the match by 90 runs, and that's how old Sir Garfield would have been. So yeah, very special for them. Great to see them turning a corner. That was their, I think, 3rd test win in a row. I think currently they're playing at the moment 109 for 3 in the first innings. So after a steady start, always my second favourite team is the Windies.
I think you can actually just have a soft spot for them. They just such athletes and such good players. How many times have we seen these false dawns with them where it looks like they're just getting it back together again, and then I don't know, somehow it just doesn't work. But every time it happens, I'm like, I'm ready to be hurt again. These guys, they're such entertainers. Really hope they can. I mean, no one would love to see West Indies at the top of the cricket tree again. Nothing would make me happier. I would take 4th place if they did it. It would be a treat. So hopefully, long may this continue, and that they can become a real force.
Yeah, speaking of the West Indies, I know I got a little stick about my salutes at the end of the podcast every time. But I remember there was one of the West Indies players, I just can't remember his name. He had, every time he bowled a wicket, there was a little like march and salute he did after each wicket he took.
Maybe he was shouting you out, Flippy, for your great work on this podcast.
Maybe, yeah. So
Cortal or somebody.
Yeah, I remember that clearly. Maybe that's what influenced me a little bit, because if I have to,
he was definitely thinking about Flippy. He was honoring Flippy for sure.
No, definitely not. But yeah, it's probably one of my favorite celebrations in cricket I've ever seen. That and Imran Tahir's magic tricks he did at one point with the staff. That was hectic as well. So yeah.
Do you think he was trying to signal you to try and get you to watch some cricket eventually? Is that what he was going for with the salute?
He won me over. You won me over. I started watching cricket after that. So.
Yeah, look, it's nothing like the West Indies in cricket. The fast bowlers running with chains around their neck.
Amazing. I mean, you're not allowed to be a fast bowler You're not allowed to be a fast bowler for the West Indies without a gold chain. I mean, you're just not allowed. I think it's part of the initiation. Here's your gold chain.
Yeah,
it has to hang out of your
as well.
Yeah. If you've bowled it over 135, it has to come out of your shirt. That's how this works.
Yeah, and then obviously they've got these guys that can just bludgeon the ball out of the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite West Indies. Yeah, when you look at white ball players, was Chris Gale. Universe boss. That man was next level. And then test players, they had Tangerine Shantapol. His son's currently playing for West Indies now. Yeah. So
Remember how weird he used
Brian
to
Lara,
face the ball when he used to put his bat down forwards before he faced nuts?
Yeah.
And I mean, Brian Lara, of course. Oh,
And his
great.
son seems to follow almost something similar. Also very
Really?
forward-facing on the approach.
Weird. Yeah, he was a great captain of West Indies as well, Shivnarayan.
Yeah, class. And I'll love to see them, get another one over Pakistan. And definitely I want to see them beating one of the top nations. I think they're finding their form. So, we'll keep an eye on them. Other cricket news as well is England finally choosing a new head coach. So, Stephen Fleming from the Chennai Super Kings. He's the coach, and then he's appointed, or Joe Root is captain, or getting his second tenure as captain of England.
No,
Flippy.
So we spoke about Stephen Fleming maybe 2 episodes ago. Actually, Maris and I were talking about maybe you'd cut off by it then. You might have.
yeah,
cut off.
I definitely cut
But
off. Like,
He's one of my favorite New Zealand cricketers of all time. This guy, one of the kings of just opening and just taking everything and just standing there. I mean, I think Graham Smith probably modelled himself on Stephen Fleming because that was a batsman on levels, concentration levels, just beyond anything I've ever seen. I think will be a great red ball coach. I think I'm annoyed he's at England. I'll be honest because they can be a bit much. But I think he's brilliant. I think it's quite strange that Joe Root's captain again, but I do prefer that to making Harry Brook captain because Harry Brook needs to tone it down a bit. But Joe Root, I mean, we all know class act, absolute class act.
Stephen Fleming, good coach at the Chennai Super Kings. I think he was there
His record was good.
more than 10 years. Yeah, but then again, I read some comments. They had MS Dhoni as captain and a very good CSK team. So it's going to be a challenge, I feel, going from a IPL to coaching the Red Bull team. So that's one. Yeah, and not a critique on Stephen Fleming, but it will be interesting to see how he transfers his role from a T20 coach to a Test match coach, and also with a different captain. I mean, MS Dhoni, one of the greatest captains of all time. Yeah, he led that team incredibly well. And then, Joe Root as captain. Obviously, his first stint as captain didn't go as well. His record wasn't that great. I think that was below a 50% winning rate. So, I mean, it can only get better, I feel. And interesting, they keep choosing the Kiwi coaches. So from Brendan McCullum, they go to Stephen Fleming.
So weird that they did that.
But I mean, it can only get better at the moment. I think with the quality England usually have within their team, they criminally underperforming. I hope for Stephen Fleming's sake, I think he'll do well. Other nice thing to preview. I know it's still in next year, but that the ICC World Cup will be co-hosted by South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. I'm very excited for that. What do you guys think of the South Africans' chances in this tournament?
South Africa usually surprises me in the World Cup because it's when I actually watch them play. And you don't expect them to do good, and then they do good until the final, and they lost the plot somehow, somewhere. But I'm excited to watch. I'm actually keen to actually book a trip to Zimbabwe to actually go and watch a few games. That sounds like really fun. Harare, and maybe go watch a game there. I'm probably going to skip Namibia, past traumas. So past traumas there to actually watch a few World Cup games in South Africa and maybe Zimbabwe as well.
Namibia built a brand new stadium in Windhoek, especially for the World Cup. But they are actually struggling to qualify for the World Cup. I think
you're not guaranteed a slot for being host country.
No, I read that it's only the affiliated members, so the top nations, or I think the test playing nations or something. So they're not affiliated enough to qualify. Zimbabwe will automatically qualify, South Africa as well, but Namibia would be sad, but they it could happen that they don't qualify, but there's still a good chance they do qualify. So I hope for them. And for Africa's sake,
It sounds a little bit strange. Why is the matches then going to be played there as well? But yeah, it's good for their cricket to host the World Cup. But yeah, I really hope they make it.
I think it's just amazing. I don't know, our views or our eyes it'll put on Southern Africa. I think it's so cool. Taking games back to Harare, I mean, that is so cool. It's such a famous old cricket stadium. So yeah, I'll definitely plan on going up there to go watch a game or two. I think it'll be an absolutely incredible vibe. They'll do it properly for sure. I'm sure the Zimbabweans are absolutely buzzing with this. And I just think it's so great that it can be shared amongst these three neighboring nations. I think it's going to be an absolute treat. And I personally can't wait. I think we might even stand a chance of being competitive in this thing.
Yeah, I actually went back and watched our last ODI lineup. Our last ODI was played a 3-match series against India, and our last ODI squad opening was Quinton de Kock. With him we had Ryan Rickleton at 3, Themba Bavuma, 4, Matthew Bretzke, Aiden Markram, Dewald Brevis, Marco Jansen, Colin Bosch, Kesh, Lungi, and then Ortniel Bartman. And then obviously I think a lot of guys that weren't in the squad was Tony De Zorzi. I think a guy that's been doing well around the world is Luandre Duplessis or Luandre, the left-hander, Pretorius, yes.
Pretorius.
David Miller's obviously still there, Nandre Berger, Gerald Kutsia KG, and then I also think Quenya Mapaka is going to be one for the future. Yeah, I'm not sure. You guys would like to see maybe not make the team anymore or maybe move on?
I would like to see the players that actually perform well be picked for the starting lineups and not because you're just like you're a legacy player basically. You're only there because you're one of the senior players. If the youngsters perform better than you, let them play instead of yourself, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of smack talk again if you try to actually take over the game and not perform as well as one of the youngsters might have done.
I mean, looking at that, that's an incredible team we've got lined up there. I think Leandro Pretorius is one I'd be sad to have missed out, but you can't really justify playing him above anyone there, perhaps over Ryan Rickleton. But I mean, when Rickleton's on fire, you win. Yeah. So our squad is very good. I think it will be interesting to see which of the new kids on the block play and make the team. But there's one I would still call, even when he retires, is Heinrich Klaassen. I would just take in a heartbeat. I think he's an absolutely incredible.
But he retired from international cricket.
Yeah,
really.
That's quite yeah. And I also think he had still a lot to still share or play with, a lot of more good innings within him. Matthew Bretzke has been playing incredibly well ODIs. I think he's averaging like 60. I'm not sure about Themba, to be quite honest. I myself, I'm only seeing him as a test match player. Very good, but he does the job. I mean, this was the last games against India, and he's the one scoring some runs. And then we've got Gwena. He came back to play some white ball cricket. I definitely think they'll pick him. But I'll definitely like to see Luandre Pretorius getting a few games. And then we've got the dangerous all-rounders. We've got Marco Jansen, we've got Corbin Bosch in this team. We didn't even have KG Rabada. We've got Keshav, I think he's one of the best ODI bowlers. So we've got the cattle. We must just get the chip off our shoulder and win one. And what better way to do it than at home? Under our conditions, that would be definitely a highlight if we can put a performance together in the tournaments and bring it home to South Africa.
I have a question for the Cricket Oaks, you guys. Something I've always noticed was usually when the game reaches the point where you have like 7 wickets gone and the bowlers start coming into bat, shouldn't be a norm that the bowler should actually be able to bat, because I've watched games and when the bowlers come in, they don't have a clue what they're doing. Like the shots they take, they look kind of silly. It shouldn't be a norm to actually start training these oaks to actually start hitting balls better and trying to keep them at the sticks for a longer while than maybe 1, 2, or 5 runs.
Yeah, I think Flippy, you've only got so much hours in the weekend to practice. So if you are picked as a bowler, you're obviously gonna put the emphasis on bowling, because you don't want these guys to spend so much time on their batting that their bowling slips, and then you can't take wickets. So it's a very fine line. Obviously, I think every tail ender does have training sessions in the nets, and I think they do care. But definitely at the end as well, when the ball is swinging around, they don't have that technique to back it up. Then they might as well. They're better off just to throw a few shots. I mean, it's not their job to get the runs, but it's a fine line. You get the Aussies, especially in Test cricket, where the tailenders have a lot of pride in their wicket. But it's difficult. It comes down to a bit of practice, which I think they do. But they're not batsmen. It's like asking in the rugby for a backline player to scrum. I mean, it's different people with different skills and talent. So I don't know, Peter, what do you think?
I can't agree more with Varys. I think it is these guys who are, let's say, amazing batsmen. They're amazing batsmen because for 20 years they were taught how to bat, and they got taught technique, and they practiced the technique. So it's not really something that can slightly improve in a year or so. I mean, we see some absolute freaks of nature like Marco Jansen, who is just an incredible batsman and seems to become better every year, and I'm sure he puts in tons and tons and tons of work. But I think the natural ability also needs to be there. I think these guys will have ceilings with that. I mean, I think the same as Varys says, you're not. Why are you going to spend so much time working at it when your bowling's not going to suffer, and you're only in the team because you're a bowler. So if your bowling drops off, you're out the team. So I think the risk of it is also huge. I mean, these guys play so many games now. I don't think there's much time for training anymore. But it's a good question. If it was that easy, there would be tons of all-rounders.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of all-round players that actually can play. Maybe experiments, maybe against a lower-tier nation in cricket. Maybe experiment with an all-rounder team and see what happens.
Give Stephen Fleming a call and tell him to do that. If anyone could do this, it's probably the worst thing.
Maybe he's listening now. He's actually a sneaky subscriber to us, and he's aiming for tips here.
I mean, if England rock up on our shores in 2 months' time, if they rock up with a whole team of all-rounders, I would love nothing more, Flippy. I'd love nothing more to tell you.
I would claim that you heard it here first, Oaks. If any team in the world shows up with an all-rounder team, it's because of me now.
And they got a salute at the end of it.
Definitely.
I think you've got to take, when you look at Test matches, you've got to pick a bowling lineup that's going to take 20 wickets. I mean, it doesn't help you pick an all-rounder that bowls good, but you need a real fast bowler that's aggressive. And I mean, that's what you're picking for. That's your job description is getting those wickets. So I think sometimes they also come to bat and feel their job's done, or their job's only bowling, so then they just have a swing. And fair enough, it's the batsman's job to get those runs. Guys, on that note, I think we can close this one off this weekend. Remember to make your picks. It's a lot of NPC, the Greatest Rivalry starting on Friday. We've got the Bokke on Saturday. Currie Cup as well, so even
good rugby weekend.
We've got the MotoGP, so make sure to make those picks, and we'll catch up again next week. Cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers.